welcome to Sin Bin Stream. We start off in the first game of an NHL doubleheader in Detroit. The Montreal Canadiens on the road to take on the Detroit Red Wings. All right, let's get a check of the audio real quick. We are good on Twitch. And let's check YouTube. All right, we're good. Let me fix the chat. And, for my tablet. Second game tonight, Buffalo at San Jose. Should be two very good games. Hope you're having a great Thursday. Hope you got a chance to enjoy some college basketball. Hope you're ready for some NHL action. All right, just checking my phone charge. All right, we finally have the goalies. I saw Kopp is back in the lineup for the Red Wings. Whoops, didn't mean to hit that. Series is tied 1-1. Each team won by 4 goals on the road. Canadiens in Detroit over the Red Wings way back on October 9th, 5-1. And the Red Wings in Montreal over the Canadiens 4-0 January 10th. This is the final meeting in this 3-game season series. Dobish in net for the Canadiens. Talbot in net for the Detroit Red Wings. All right, scratches are Anderson. Yeah, I think he got hurt. Jacky and Doc for the Habs. And, Montalbo, the third goalie. Fowler, the backup tonight. Whoops. I did not read that right. It's actually John Gibson in net. I don't know why I said Talbot. Sorry about that. And they went back to commercial. I thought we would, I thought we'd be set to go. All right, the Talbot is backing up John Gibson. There's Detroit scratches are Rasmussen, Brandseg Nygaard, Leonard Palika, Sandine Palika, Hamonic, and Dylan Larkin. So the captain. I thought they had to get somebody else the C when the captain's out. They don't. I don't know if they have one. Well, at least not so far on NHL.com. Uncommon, how's it going? Like number 4, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, yeah, I forgot about Larkin being injured. Yeah, how come they don't have a captain designated, at least not on the roster page? We'll see if that changes. All right. Any games underway yet? Let's take a look. Yes, Jets Bruins, 19:15 to go in the first, no score from Boston. Islanders Senators, 1 second in, I guess. And there's a 4-on-4. They must have dropped the gloves in Ottawa. Hold on. Yeah. Brady Tkachuk versus Anders Lee, 1 second into the game. They got coincidental minors for roughing. Maybe not fighting then. unless they're still making the edits for NHL.com. So interesting start in Ottawa. Rangers, Blue Jackets, both teams pretty much playing out the string. Blackhawks, Wild, that game would be on Hulu. I could have done that game, I guess, but it's a 6:30 game, and I'd rather pick up the Sabres game at 9 as they're on the road in San Jose tonight. Long commercial break. Kraken Predators, and that's a big game for the Kraken. Predators too, they could squeak back into the wild card hunt, I guess. Panthers Oilers, big game for the Oilers. Lightning Canucks, Lightning I guess in play for the number 1 seed in the East still. So important to them. Mammoth Golden Knights, yeah, that has playoff implications. That one will be available to you on Hulu as well. Sharks still hanging around a little bit, but yeah, Sabres trying to get to the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Okay, what time's this game gonna start? It's 6:11 already. What's up, Sinbin? What's up, Dan? I'm Sinbin. I misread it. Here's hoping for a much-needed win for the Habs. The Wings have 3 or 4 players out with injuries. Yeah, Larkin's the big one. And Montreal without Josh Anderson, though. Kirby Doc, and I think Jack-Eye might be injured. That's why. Wait, who's in the lineup for Jack-Eye then? Oh, Veleno's back at center. Oh, okay. Here's the goalie's final. Hey, Bon, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Thank you. 22, 7, and 4 for Dobich, 2.93, 892 save percentage, no shutouts. 25, 15, and 3 for Gibson, 2.56 goals against, 906 save percentage. And Gibson has 4 shutouts. And we should be just about set to get underway here. Wait, you pay for something and it's blacked out? That's terrible. But thanks for being here, Chance. Huh. Yeah, that stinks. I'm paying through the ESPN app, ESPN Plus, so you get either ESPN Select, which is cheaper, or ESPN Unlimited, which is more expensive. I recently switched to Unlimited. And we get a quick whistle at 1950. I think the puck went into the crowd. Montreal in white, going left to right. Detroit in all red, going right to left. They're in their 100th season jerseys. I guess those maybe are their home jerseys this year. Sent into the far corner for Kopp. Welcome back, Kopp. 3 games missed. Into the corner, not dug out. Finally, I think it's Matheson. Pass into the near boards. Tipped up into the crowd, and that's a souvenir in row number 2. At 1932, where's the faceoff? Martin St. Louis not happy with the call there. 1932 to go. Hall of Fame member in 2017, obviously as a player. Or was it? No, wait. I think it's at 18. All right. Face off in the defensive zone for Montreal in the near corner. Or near boards. Near circle. I'll get it right. Oh, that shot just hit the crossbar. We're on the behind the net cam. Didn't see who sent it. And icing whistle on to Montreal there. 1918. I don't know what. Yeah, I can't see the numbers when they do that. And they're just showing a replay. Just a soft one. Oh, Finney. Yeah, the puck was flat and it hit the crossbar and kept going. All right, false start on the faceoff in the Montreal near circle. All right, kept in for Detroit. Taken, nope, to the far circle. Puck got away from Falk. Sent in by Montreal. Evans chases it around the net, but quickly ahead. I believe that's Raymond. And it's into the far corner. Now to the near corner for Detroit. I can't. Far circle to near circle. They missed on the pass. Into the far corner. Montreal can't get it out. Raymond sends it around again. Hit in the near corner as Johansson tries to dig it out. And sent out to the neutral ice by Montreal. They're trying to get a line change. Detroit quickly dumps it in. Behind the net, Dobish sends it up the far boards. Kept in at the blue line, but now quickly Montreal gets it out. Into the near circle. Caulfield on net. Gibson with the save. At 18:09, I believe that's the first shot on goal for the Habs. It is. It's only in the Ontario region. Makes sense. I'm in. Oh, Edmonton, I can't access. Oh, that stinks. Hey, Derek, what's up? And Gracie, hello. Yep, anxiously anticipating that Sabres Sharks game later tonight. Suzuki towards the net, deflected, and then Slavkovsky shot it, and that was saved by Gibson. Detroit, a saucer pass to Kane. They knock it in, but Montreal takes it out. That is Hudson right up the middle towards the slot, whiffed on the shot. It comes to Gibson, though, and he freezes it at 17:37. They say 3-1 shots. Montreal. Yeah, I think because Suzuki got... Oh, no. Suzuki passed it, and then near post... Oh, it hit the post. Slavkovsky hit the post, and then it hit Gibson. Oh, my goodness. Far circle face-off. Oh, the Sabres need the Red Wings to win? Oh, okay. Well, I know I really don't want Montreal and Buffalo to play each other in the first round. That would stink. Towards the net, into the near corner. Behind the net. And back to the blue line. Shot. Save. I think that was Dobson on the shot. Demidov sends it behind the net to, who is that? Kapanen? Blue line keeper. And another whistle at 17:09. 5-1 are the shots, Montreal. All right, that's going to be Deneau in the near circle. After that, I guess, saved by Gibson. I think it was a save. I don't... Maybe it got deflected into the net. I didn't get a good look at it. Oh, sent out of the zone. Neutralized for Montreal. A dump in and sent behind the net by Johansson, but dug out by Gallagher. He gets it to the blue line. Gallagher far circle, sends it behind the net. Picked up Deneau. Now it's, I think, Veleno, who just sent it wide off the side of the net. Blue line keeper towards the net. Saved by Gibson. He freezes it. And pushing and shoving after the whistle. 16:37 first period. Who shot that blue line blast? Oh, is tipped up. Redirected, and it caught the top of the glove before Gibson made the save. Veleno sent a low, like, ground ball. It was bouncing, and Gallagher redirected it high, and it almost tipped off the glove. But he froze it. That was, who got into it with them? Bernard Docker, I think, got into it. I don't know why. All right, they kicked somebody out of the draw already for Montreal. Face-off won by Detroit. Edvinsson sends it up, but not out. It's at the blue line, now taken by Slavkovsky at the red, and dumped it into the near corner. He puts a hit on Edvinsson, and Kopp ends up sending it out for Detroit. Casper ran over somebody. Montreal got the puck to the neutral zone over the red, and a dump in by Caulfield. Taken behind the net by Edvinsson for Detroit. To the blue line, over the red, and a dump in. It's behind the net. Dobish plays it. Far boards. Pass to the near side. And Montreal regroups. That is Carrier with the puck. He is paired with Gooley at this moment. All right, Carrier from behind the net. Right up the middle, over the blue. Pass to the left wing. It got tipped in. And Detroit gets it out to neutral zone. Taken by DeBrincat into the near corner. Trying to keep it in, but Montreal sends it out, and it'll be picked up by Sherratt behind his own net. Up the near boards, and this will be icing on Detroit at 15:08. There were 3 games I was excited to watch. Ottawa, Toronto, Montreal, and Edmonton, Florida, but only one of those are on Sportsnet, which don't get blacked out. Oh, Alberta, yeah. So the Sabres need the Red Wings to win. Yeah, I just don't want them to play Montreal in the first round. That's going to be heartbreaking. Sent towards the net, and Gibson saves it. I think it was Matheson on the shot. It's in the far circle. Texier trying to get there. He gets it to the blue line. Pass to Matheson in the near boards. He sends it around. Kept in, near circle, blue line. Nope, taken away. And DeBrincat circles back into the defensive zone. Sent to the neutralized. Red line, 2-on-2. And they stop in the far boards. Pass and a shot. Save. Big rebound towards the net. Dobish keeps it out. Looked like Johansson had a pretty good chance at a shot off the rebound, but could not get the shot off. Taken again by Detroit into the ozone. Pass to the near side. And kept in. What does it say? Oh, that's right. They have Perron now. Perron. I guess he came back. Pardon me. I got distracted by that. Montreal sends it in again. Shots I got to update. 8-4. Under 13:45 to play the first. No score. Near corner. And skated out, a pass to the right wing, far circle shot, tipped or saved by Dobish into the near boards and sent around to Demidov in the far corner. Kopp trying to dig it out too for Detroit. Hudson waiting. Finally, it's, Demidov still pinning it with his skate, I think. Jeez, we're still waiting. This is a long... Somebody fell down for Detroit. Finally loose. Detroit has it. Near circle shot. Where did it go? I guess it got tipped into the netting above the glass. No score. Yeah, Perron's the one who had that pretty good shot too. And then yeah, the rebound just went right off the stick of Johansson as he was trying to shoot it. But it's 8-5. The shots on goal, no score at 12:52. And we'll check the other scores here in a minute. Trying to grow the game every year and keep adding the networks like Prime. Oh, yeah. Instead of actually making their product viewable to everyone. Yeah. No, you're welcome. Thanks for being here. Yeah. I got back into hockey because the Blackhawks were free over the air for a year. And that's how I got back. So, as bad as the Hawks were, it just really got me to enjoy hockey again. And I had tried to pay attention to the playoffs like the year before. Last year, not as much. I was doing WNBA and there wasn't many hockey games on ABC, especially I think the finals weren't on at all. And they had been the previous year, I guess. So. Who's back in the lineup? Oh, I saw your answer. Tuck. Oh, yeah, that's right. He was sick. Okay, that's good news for the Sabres that they're back. Sabres 90, Lightning 86, Canadiens 84, Red Wings in the wild card at 82. No score, Jets Bruins in the first, Islanders Senators in the first, no score. Vincent Trocheck's 15th from Borgen puts the Rangers up on the Blue Jackets 1-0 in Columbus 13:04. And that's the only 4 games in progress. All right, we are back. Face off. Taken behind the Montreal net. Kane looking towards the slot. Evans sends it up the far boards and out past Suzuki. And Detroit has it in their own zone. A chip pass. And it's taken... Well, now the defense has it again. Who's out there? They do not have a 38. Who the heck was that? It looked like 38. They only have a 37 Comper. All right, well, I'll have to get my eyes checked, apparently. Dumped in by Montreal. And they're trying to dig it out of the near corner. Blue line keeper. Dobson's shot must have been wide. And it's kept in at the blue line, though. Sent behind the net. A hit in the corner. Raymond had to go off his stick. Dobson towards the net. Gibson never froze it. The puck is loose in the far circle. Looked like Montreal had a golden opportunity. And they did not cash it in. Gibson never had a handle on it. Caulfield a drop pass, but it looks like we got a whistle for offside. So what happened? Gallagher sent it towards the net. It went in and out of the glove of Gibson, and then he kind of hit it with his blocker, and then it came, it was still free. He never, had control of it. Oh, thanks, Bon. Thanks for being here. Oh, the Stadium Series, yeah. Oh, Rhino, yeah. I've heard of Rhino. I need to check him out. Yeah, I know I saw some streamers for hockey last year. That's how I knew there was competition for Toronto. That one guy does huge numbers for Leafs games. All right, offsides called on the Red Wings now at 11:07. Yeah, and I started the channel just because there, there was the over-the-air for the Blackhawks, but they had no deal in place with Comcast Xfinity. So a lot of people were missing the Hawks and Bulls at the time. So I figured, well, I'll try to do a channel based on that. And I did some Chicago Wolves, minor league hockey as well. And then things took off when I committed to more than just the Sky and the national games in the WNBA when I got the package. All right, Montreal did nothing with the puck, and Kane, that's not Kane. Sorry, Shine sends it in for Detroit. Shine gets it, sends it behind the net. It's sent up by Van Riemsdyk. Pass and taken away by Bolduc. Bolduc passes for Montreal to Evans. Near boards, he sends it in. And another offside, I guess. Or do we have a penalty? I think Van Riemsdyk got high sticked. I don't know if they're going to call it, though. Oh, no. Coincidental minors? Are you kidding me? He's... roughing on Van Riemsdyk, interference on Gooley. It was by the Detroit bench. So 4-on-4 for 2 minutes here. Yes, Steve Dangle. Yeah, that's who I was. Yeah, he has a huge following for Toronto. Yeah, I think I watched some of his playoff coverage or listened or. And then in the finals, I think I ended up listening to some of the games on the radio through the NHL.com website. Well, Detroit's coach not happy. I think we're about set to resume. The longtime Shark coaches the Red Wings. We get a false start on the draw. The guy's still giving instructions. Suzuki hasn't moved. I think we're set. Face-off won by Montreal. Dobson with the puck in the near circle or near boards. Dobson taken by Suzuki on a pass. Now they take it out of their own zone. Dobson back. And Suzuki maneuvers his way in. Far circle pass. Back to, I think that's Hudson in the near circle. Falk takes it away from Hudson. Falk has it for Detroit. Pass to the far side. Sent off the boards on a chip. That was to DeBrincat, and now they'll get a line change. Taking up the near boards over the red into the O-zone. Centering pass. That shot was sent wide off the stick of Sherratt, I believe. Detroit retreats to their own zone with the puck. Still 9-5 on the shots and no score. 9:15 to go here in the first period. Raymond with a pass after Montreal did nothing. Picked up. Brought in by Sider. Raymond to the blue line. Raymond gets it back. They're cycling through. Down low behind the net. Taken by... no, centering pass. I think that was Kopp to Raymond. Long shot wide. I think that was Edvinson. Now he retreats to pick it up. I don't trust NHL.com sometimes. Well, now they're getting a line change. So maybe it's just because I'm that far behind. Patrick Kane with the puck over the red line. Now a pass. Taken to the near circle. Behind the net by Johansson. Into the near corner. Finney trying to dig it out. Blue line keeper by Bernard Docker. And then we get a whistle as the puck went into the crowd. And we got pushing and shoving. DeBrincat throwing punches on Hudson, I think. No, Dobson. Still punches being thrown. Not by DeBrincat and Hudson, but there was a skirmish to the other side, or right near it, too. Dobson kind of got into DeBrincat, and then DeBrincat grabbed his jersey. I don't know if any of those punches landed. And then Finney was getting into it, and now we get the under 10 media timeout at 8:13. Still no score. We'll check the other games. Bruins, Pastrnak. Bruins, Pasternak's 27th. They lead the Jets 1-0, 4-1 in the first. No score, Islanders, Senators, 5:32. Again, Rangers up 1-0 on the Blue Jackets. That's the only 4 games going. Oh, yeah. No, I usually have it muted, and then I just I check what the announcers are saying or what the refs announce for penalties. I think as long as I don't go over like 8 seconds, it's not going to get picked up or a copyright strike. All right, at commercial. I hate that draw stuff. They just drop the puck. Then it's football. Yeah, I know. I hate it. I just use the football term for false start because I don't know how else to explain it. Oh yeah, Todd McClellan is the Detroit coach. Yeah, it drives me crazy. I can't stand the linesmen who do 2 or 3 attempts every time. They can never get it ever on the first one, or it's rare. You can count on a couple fingers how many times you get a one attempt at the faceoff. It's like, just drop the puck. They did that in the 90s for about 2 seasons, and then it reverted back, and they've never gone back. It's so annoying. All right, pass over the red line, and Montreal dumps it in with 8:05 to play, first period. All right, Detroit skates it out to the red line and dumps it into the far corner. It's sent behind the net to Carrier. He can't get it out of the corner yet, though. Both teams trying to dig it out. It's pinned currently. Looks like Johansson has it pinned for Detroit. Gallagher, I think, got it out. Ooh, dangerous hit as Gooley went face first into the glass. I think he's about to fight whoever got him the hit. Well, the play continues. Montreal has the puck. Deneau passed. And it's pinned against the boards again. Kane and Veleno. It's finally out. And Hudson picks it up and sends it to the far side. Hudson has to chase it behind the net as Gallagher gets hit and sends it up. Neutralize for the Wings. And a dump in by Sherratt. Far circle. Looks like Bolduc has it. He sends it behind the net to Hudson. Up ahead. Evans. Near circle shot. Way wide. In rebound. Bolduc sends it. It's blocked into the far corner. Kopp tries to get it out. DeBrincat up ahead. And it's dumped in from the blue line. Struble behind the net for Montreal. He gets it right back. Sends it to the far corner. Pass to the near circle. Skated out over the red. Into the near circle at Slavkovsky. Sends it around. And blue line keeper. Far corner. And now pass to the center ice by Detroit. Dobson has it. Sends it up the near boards into the far corner. Ooh, they called icing on that, though. I thought he had the red line. I guess not. What are they beefing about?
Ian Scotty Morris, a wonderful man who passed away last week,
I don't know, one of the refs talking to somebody on the bench for Montreal. All right, Finney against Suzuki in the near circle. Detroit wins the draw. They send it into the far corner. Now it's behind the net. And it's in the near corner. Pass gets loose. Slavkovsky passes to Caulfield. And, oh, it gets away, though. Ooh, that looks like a hit from behind on Raymond by Montreal. Puck into the far boards. That's Caulfield. He doubles back to the blue line and now sends it up. Centering pass to the near boards. And it's sent down low by Carrier. Back to the blue line. I think it was out. No, not offside. But Newhook could sent it around. Suzuki sends it to the far corner. Centering pass. Where did it go? It's deflected into the far corner. Whistle at 4:59. Let's see what this is. Maybe, I guess it had to have gone into the netting above the glass. I missed it. 10-5 are the shots now. Still no score. Don't forget to vote in the poll. We got 13 votes. 54% saying Montreal. 46% saying Detroit. Hey, what's up, Star Strider? Did you see the Stars-Avs game highlight yesterday? What a game. No, I don't think I did. I knew it was close. It went to a shootout. I think all 3 games have gone to a shootout, right? But welcome. I hope you're doing well. Coaches get a delay of game penalty for failed coaches' challenges. Meanwhile, we have to wait 30 seconds for the ref to drop the puck. Yeah. Exactly. I know it takes so long to get reset after an icing, too. Which bugs me, too. That's what delays the game so much, too, is our icing penalties. All right, wait. We need to check the scores, don't we? Still 1-0 Boston. Almost the first intermission. Wow, that game's flying. Did start a little earlier than this one, though. Islanders, Senators, no score. 107 in the first. Jackets tied it up. Lundstrom's fourth. It's 1-1, 4:28 in the first. Hawks and Wild underway in St. Paul, Minnesota. 16:26 to go. No score. Kraken Predators in about... at least 25 minutes. Yep, and should be a good one tonight. Sabres Sharks. Keep an eye on Mammoth Golden Knights. Ugh. Who do you root for if you're a Kings fan in that game? I guess the Mammoth? I don't know. It's hard to say. Ronnie, what's up? Hello. Hope you're doing well. Still waiting on the draw. We get a false start. All I can do is shake my head. Far circle. Another false start. You've got to be kidding me. All right. 3rd time's the charm, I hope. I have seen 4 attempts before in this season. There we go. Montreal wins the draw. Towards the net from the near circle. Pass gets away. DeBrincat has it. Cross-ice pass, Patrick Kane between 2 defenders. And it's sent up by Kapanen. Neutral ice takeaway. Kane passes to DeBrincat. Shot. Save. Big rebound. Another save by Dobish. Wow. And Hudson sends it to Struble. So Hudson and Struble are together now. Montreal can't get it out yet, though. And now it's sent to actually down the length of the ice. And it is icing. Yep, thanks. Thanks for the like. Mammoth. Yeah, I don't know. I got to look at the standings. I can't stand the Golden Knights. Mammoth are boring too. Stars don't like the Golden Knights. Yeah, no, I don't like the Knights either. I really don't like the Ducks. If the Ducks could fall out of the playoffs, that would be awesome. But between the Ducks and the Panthers and Tom Wilson on the Caps, it's pretty rough picking. All right, in behind the net. Sorry, we'll get back to the game. I'll keep my grief list for a whistle. All right, it's in front of the Detroit bench. They have it in their own zone now. Pass to the neutral ice. Perron sends it in. Or is it Perron? It might be Perron. Taken away by Montreal to the neutral ice. Detroit has it to the near boards. Detroit getting a line change, so they dump it in. That was Edvinsson. It's in the far boards. Texier couldn't get it out. Far circle shot. Glove save Dobish. He hangs on at 3:17. 10-8 the shots now. Avalanche, Edmonton, there were like 5 missed tripping calls, and then McKinnon missed a major that was a 2-minute double minor, not a game misconduct. Oh, yeah, no, I think that game was on TNT, and no, I didn't see any highlights, or TBS, whichever. Shot is wide off the side of the net, behind the net for Detroit. Montreal can't get it out. It's in the far circle. Deneau has it. His pass immediately stolen. Centering pass for Detroit. Knocked into the far circle. Evans, finally, they'll skate it out. I believe that's Carrier who just dumped it in from the red line. It's in the far corner for Evans. Battling with Falk. Blue line keeper for Montreal. All the way to the near boards. Sent, hit behind the net. Evans to the blue line. Kept in, I think, by Gooley. Far circle. Habs with the puck. Down low towards the net. Shot, and somebody crashed into the goalie, and we're going to have a fight. The net is off the pegs, and chaos ensues. These teams clearly hate each other. Texier getting hounded on by 2 different wings. His arm is being held. His arm was being held by somebody in the pile, and then 2 wings were plowing away at him. So, whoops, forgot to stop the clock in the excitement. Okay, the reason somebody bashed into Gibson is because Sherratt hit Bolduc, and that's not his fault, and then Gibson immediately threw a punch. Okay, yeah, Sherratt hit Bolduc into Gibson, and then Gibson's trying to punch Bolduc and grab him. Falk put somebody in a headlock, and that's why Matheson came in. We got some penalties here. Sherratt deserves a penalty. There's no way that doesn't count as a penalty. And Gibson should realize that his own player hit the guy into him. I don't know why he had a fit about it. Wasn't his fault. And plenty of other wings piled up on top of Bolduc. Bolduc had nothing to do with it. It was all Sherratt. Gibson's wailing away at him. Somebody else hit him in the helmet while he's laying defenseless in the net. It was Falk, and there was 2 other wings that got in there. It's going to be a Montreal power play. There's got to be a penalty for Sherratt. I don't know what else they're going to call. They haven't put anything on the board on NHL.com. This is screw Todd McClellan, dude. Your goalie escalated this, and it's not Montreal's fault. That's got to be something on Sherratt. All right, well, Sherratt's heading to the box. I think that's the only penalty. I would have given Gibson a penalty there, too, for throwing a punch. I guess goalies are allowed to punch. Whatever. And 2 wings piled on top of Bolduc. Bolduc's lucky he didn't get hurt. Into the near boards, Montreal. Let's see, Caulfield passes it. It's a Canadian power play now with 2 minutes to go in the first period. PK 18th in the NHL for Detroit, 78.7. That shot was wide and cleared down the length of the ice by Detroit. Dobich comes out of the net. We get a zoomed-in shot of Caulfield for some reason. Caulfield now has it at the red, and he drops it back. Picked up by Suzuki and skated in. Suzuki passes to the blue line. He gets it in the far circle. Hudson at the point. Suzuki far circle. Suzuki at the point. Hudson slapper saved by Gibson. Hangs on at 118. 12-8 out of the shots. Oof. They had to. Did that hit the post? Not the last shot. The one before. Caulfield in the near far circle. Yep. It hit Gibson, then the post. That should be a shot on goal. They should have 13. Oh, yeah, they do. 13 shots on goal. Kept in by the Habs at the blue line. Near corner. Demidov now with the puck. Down low. Pass to the far boards. Hudson sends it down low. Pass deflected. Demidov in the near boards. 33 seconds on the Montreal power play. Demidov shot. Big save. And not out. Detroit couldn't get it out. Hudson now coughs it up, and the Wings send it down the length of the ice. Time for one more rush. 15 seconds on the Montreal power play. 10 seconds. Picked up. Pass to Kapanen. Red line. Into the O-zone. 3 seconds. Dobson with the puck. 20 to play in the first period. Pass or shot blocked into the near corner. Sent around the boards. 12 seconds to go. Montreal keeps it in. Far circle. And it's picked up by the Wings and sent out. And that should just about do it. 2-1. That is the end of the first period. No score between Montreal and Detroit. Shots 13-8. All right, let's get the scoreboard up, and yep, they're all at intermission. Bruins 1-0 over the Jets, first intermission in Boston. Senators at home in Ottawa. Islanders Senators no score. Blue Jackets, Connor Garland's goal, his 12th of the year from Werenski. They lead the Rangers 2-1 after 1. Hawks and Wild, no score in St. Paul, Minnesota. 10:09 to play in the first. All right, let me catch up on the chat. I am going to have to get something to eat as well. Got Detroit in regulation. Oh, yeah. Oh, a wager. Gotcha. We never liked the Coyotes either. Yeah, I didn't either. If Detroit wins regulation, Bruins win 3-way tie. Bruins earn tiebreaker. Oh, yeah, I forgot you're also a Bruins fan, I think. Yeah, we'll take a look. Oof, that stinks. 2 to 3 weeks. Yikes. I mainly hate the Panthers and Knights for the long-term injury reserve thing. Yep. Plus, I'm a Bruins fan, so Panthers, huge hater of them. Also supporter of Florida. So I'm a supporter, and Florida, again, has their number. Yeah, well, I don't think we have to worry about Florida making the playoffs. I am a little concerned with the Caps making the playoffs still, though. Florida, one, I'm sick of them. They've won 2 straight cups. 2, yeah, I can't stand Marchand, at least on Florida. And I really don't like Rodriguez. He's a cheap shot artist with very little skill. He hurt Jarvis of Carolina, tripped him in overtime and sent him into the goalpost. He was out more than a week, I think, after that injury. But, yeah, I don't like their uniforms either. I don't think between the Ducks and the Panthers, I don't think I've ever liked either. And even the Capitals, I don't find their uniforms that great either. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go Habs. Hey, John, welcome. Good luck in Detroit. What's up, John? All right, 0-0, end of 1. All right, we'll take a look at NCAA basketball as well while we're at it. Please hit the like button on the video, the live stream, if you're enjoying it. And consider hitting the subscribe button if you haven't already to the channel. Doing one or both does help with getting the channel recommended to other potential viewers, which will help me grow the channel. And I thank you all for your support. And please give a follow on Twitch if you already have a Twitch account. Sinbin stream there as well. Well, real quick, looks like they updated the shots. They took one away from Montreal. So 12-8 shots, Montreal, no score. Faceoffs 11-9. Detroit 15-12 hits. Detroit, 4-2 penalties. Coincidental minors. So, just Montreal is 0 for 1 in the power play. No power play yet for Detroit. 3-3 block shots, 5-5 giveaways, 3-0 takeaways. Season series is 1-1. Both games, the road team won, and by 4. All right, so we will scroll down to Blackhawks Wild. Keep an eye on that one. All right, we'll take a look at the scores. Well, we'll go through the finals in case there's anything you missed. I had TCU Ohio State earlier today off of CBS. TCU advanced 66-64 of Ohio State. South Florida lost to Louisville. Louisville won 83-79. Vanderbilt survived a close game with McNeese, 78-68. Wisconsin was upset by 1. High Point 83, Wisconsin 82. Arkansas beat Hawaii 97-78. Nebraska, no problem at all with Troy, 76-47. Michigan State over North Dakota State, 92-67. Duke, they had their hands full with number 16, Siena, 71-65. That game was close. Siena led by 11 at half and well into the second half. Duke didn't retake the lead till like 63-61. And they hadn't led in a long time. Siena had a real cold streak the last more than 5 minutes. They only had 4 points and like really late. All right, so 4 games going. Michigan 35, Howard 29, 5:52 in the first. North Carolina 39, VCU 28, just about to start the second half. Texas 28, BYU 21, 9:34 in the first. Texas A&M 17, St. Mary's 13, 9:06 in the first. We need Detroit to lose, but if they win, then Boston needs to win to keep up. Well, I guess the Boston has to root for Montreal. Oh. Yeah, we can look at the standings in a minute too. Connor, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, goal Caulfield. Yeah, we had that game. I think it was Tuesday, I believe. They were off yesterday. Yeah, I think he's the first Montreal Canadian with 40 goals since like Vincent Damphousse in like 93. It's been a long time. We'll take a look. Vinny. I always thought it was Vincent. Yeah. Somebody called him Vinny on the Detroit pregame. I'm like, I don't ever remember him being called Vinny. Okay, he was with Montreal till probably halfway in 99. Yeah, 93, 94 season, he had 40 for Montreal. I think, was that the year after they won the cup? Or did they? Yeah. They won it in 93, I think. He had 39 the year before. And 38 the season before. Was 40 his high water mark? Yeah, I think it was. Played 82 games one year. Holy crap, an 80. Dang. Yeah, after that 40 goal season, he had one more 38, and that's the only time he was above 27. No pronunciation. So if you were just reading it like English, damp house, but it was Damphousse. Damphousse. I think Vincent Francois Damphousse. Damphousse. All right, I'm going to take a break. Let me get some music going. We have Sabres at Sharks coming up in about 2 hours. All right, trying to get to the music. 1 second. I can't remember what I played and haven't played. All right, be right back. Thanks, everybody. All right, we are back. Get the music turned off. Should be just about set for the excuse me, second period. Oh, 1-0 Hawks. Ilya Mikheyev with his 13th from Mangiapane in the acquisition from Edmonton, I think. 2-0 Bruins. They don't have the goal score yet. All right. Just about set here. All right. Montreal in white going right to left. They have the puck and dump it in. Red Wings in red going left to right. They take it up the near boards, but not out. Now taken at the neutral ice. Detroit, that is Casper, sent ahead into the neutral. Now sent right back from the neutral zone into the Detroit defensive zone. Taken up the middle to the far circle, pass to the near boards, sent behind the Montreal net, and sent to the blue line, kept in by Falk. Right outside the crease into the near corner. Falk to the far side, a shot, a save, held on by Dobish at 19:06 in the second period. 4 goals in his first 3 games with Columbus for Connor Garland. Yeah, wow. Oilers supporter, I want Edmonton to win, but it'd be cool as if Florida loses out. Well, Florida should lose out more than 2. If you're talking the Florida Panthers, yeah, they're only above Toronto. Washington might be close and hopefully miss. All right, Detroit dumps it in from the neutral ice, taken behind the Montreal net. That is Gooley who sends it up. It just got to Bolduc. He skates it in. Right wing shot, deflected or saved into the near boards. Pass and skated out. The pass was from Perron, and they dumped it in. Sent up by Montreal, but Detroit has it at the neutral zone. Now skated in by Kane. He's stood up by Gooley, and Montreal loses it again, though. But now it's picked up by Demidov and dumped in. Montreal is trying to get a line change as well. It's in the far corner, trying to dig it out, and finally Detroit gets it to neutral ice and dumps it in from the blue line. Kane passed it. It's in the... All right, who's out there? He was trying to get it to Comper. Montreal did nothing, and the pass is tipped into their own zone behind their own net. Waiting behind the net, behind their own net with the puck. Sent up the near boards and tipped. Gibson has it behind his own net for Detroit. Sent up the near boards. Sent around. Trying to get to it is Edvinson. Hudson kept it in. It's Deneau to the far corner. Velinov centers it. That shot is blocked in the far circle and sent out. Shots are 13-9 at the moment. All right, in front of the Detroit bench. Now Montreal sends it up to the near side and dumped in from the red line. Gibson plays it to the near corner. And Waiting for a line change is Detroit. They skated up the middle. Pass gets away. It's into the... Well, just scooped up by Dobish and whistle at 16:25. If that was on net or not, not sure. Guy Lafleur, Maurice Richard, Yvonne Cornorier, Steve Schutt, Matt Snasland are the only other Habs. Oh, with 40? Yeah. Yeah, you have to go way back. Guy Lafleur. Now, there's a name. Sent up. And at the red line for Montreal. Dug out in front of the box by Detroit. They send it in again. Hudson saucers it ahead, though. Slavkovsky passes to the right wing to Caulfield. Near circle towards the slot. Slavkovsky's shot was either blocked. I believe it was blocked. I do not think Gibson had to make a save. Just kept in at the blue line for Kopp, and we got a Montreal penalty coming up and a whistle at 15:47. So Detroit to their first power play. And Carrier, the guilty party. Holding on Carrier. He was holding Kopp. Could have been, I don't know. That was holding? Where? I guess. Boy. I've seen a lot worse not called. I'm not trying to be too biased for... We got Kane, Comper, Van Riemsdyk, DeBrincat, and Sider on the power play unit. Trying not to be too biased for Montreal. That did not look like much of a hold to me. I guess he had him with his right hand on his back or something. I don't know. I don't know what that call was. It wasn't holding the stick. Let's put it that way. Near side Kane. Blue line keeper. Kane again. Near circle. Shot. Into the near corner. Montreal does not get it out. Taken towards the net. And sent around the boards. Looked like Van Riemsdyk lost the handle. Gibson touches it up, and it's picked up and brought in by the defenseman. That was Sider, of course. It looks like going to get line 2 out there soon. Shot blocked into the far boards. Matheson does not clear it, but Veleno has it. Yeah, good to have Veleno back. He's good on the PK. His shot was wide. And apparently we got a whistle at 14:44. Shots are still, now they're 13:10. There we go. Just didn't get Garland. I thought he would fit well with especially the playoffs. Then Caulfield and Dan Powell's tip. Yeah, 40. Right. I saw the list. Sound Comper? Okay. I thought I heard Comper. Well, it could be the Detroit guy. Well, I don't know. All right, sent ahead by Montreal. Deneau towards the net. Wraparound. Nice save by Gibson. Detroit with 40 seconds to go on the power play. Brings it in to the O-zone. And Deneau sends a backhander out of the zone. Under 30 on the Detroit power play. Believe they've got, one shot on net. Montreal has one, shorthanded. Raymond carried it in. It got knocked right out. Races on. Kapanen sends it into the far corner. Centered it. Backhander. Nice save, Gibson. Another good shot by Montreal shorthanded. Far circle into the slot, into the near corner. We're back to 5-on-5. Pass to what's his name again? I'm sorry, Perron. I should look that up too. Shot from the far circle wide behind the net. Finally, the Habs have it. Probably going to get a line change. And sent up. And taken. Ooh, nice hit by Gallagher. But Detroit sends it to the neutral ice. And a dump in off the stick of Appleton. Kept in at the blue line. Taken away by Montreal. 2-on-2. Pass. 3-on-3. Towards the net. Backhander wide off the stick of Newhook. Up the near board. Struble keeps it in. Takes it. Sends it behind the net. Kept in by Newhook. He sends it to the far corner. Far circle towards the net. Demidov. Pass. And he couldn't thread the needle to Newhook. Demidov got knocked down. It's behind the Detroit net. Newhook trying to dig it out too. Finally, near corner. Struble almost got nailed, but he avoided the hit. Sent to the neutral ice and dumped in. Suzuki quickly picks it up, flies up the far boards into the ozone. Far circle, and they late whistle for offsides. Montreal clearly not happy with that call either. Oh, DeBrincat got run over by Hudson. He wasn't looking. Didn't look like anything in... Oh, yeah, and Perron hit the post. It hit Dobich in the helmet and then deflected off the post. Oh, we have a penalty on Hudson at 12:06. So when we come back from the media timeout, it will be a Detroit power play. Okay, I did not see that announcement. All right. 15-10, still shots on goal. Montreal, and no score. Carrier? Oh, it's Carrier, not Carrier. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I hadn't gotten that corrected earlier. Which one do they have? Is it Alex? No, that's not him, is it? Oh, yeah, Carrier. Okay, I'm sorry. I think I've been saying Carrier for a long time. Yeah, that's not smart. Raquel, yeah, Raquel. Or oh no, I'm thinking of the Penguins. Never mind. Was that tonight? Oh, Reichel. Right, Lucas Reichel. Oh. His third. Okay. Reichel. Yeah, I've gotcha. 3-2 Jackets now. Still 1-0 Hawks, 1-0 Predators on the Kraken. I guess that's good. Yeah, we need the Kraken to fall out of that second wild card spot. It is Perron. Okay, that's what I thought in the... I thought I heard that in the pregame, and I knew I was going to forget. Yeah, it hit... Dobich in the helmet and then hit the crossbar. Not the goal post. I mean, I know it's all post, but yeah, I try to say crossbar when I mean I may have said post. I meant crossbar. Okay, Detroit has it in the ozone. 0 for 1 on the power play with one shot tonight. No score. Near corner, Kane digs it out. Blue line keeper to the far circle. Up the middle, shot, save, and rebound, Kane. Think that was blocked. Quickly to the far circle. Another shot. Dobich can't freeze it, though. And Detroit plays on. At the point is Sider. Kane with the puck now to the slot. High slot. Now down low towards the net. Saved into the far corner off of Van Riemsdyk's one shot. 1 minute to go in this Detroit power play. Under 11 now in the second period. Kane back to Sider. Back to Kane down low towards the net. Centered and missed the stick of Van Riemsdyk. He had him open just outside the crease. Now another one sent wide. Kept in. To brink it to Kane. Now up the middle. And save as Van Riemsdyk was right there on the doorstep at 10:34. 16-12 are the shots. Ow, that's my right knee. Oh, what a redirect by Van Riemsdyk and a great save by Dobish. Tremendous concentration. Good night in net so far for well, we're not even halfway through though for Dobish and for Gibson too. They're both goalies playing well. We get a false start. Kopp is in the circle verse. I can't see who for Montreal. Face off. We got Raymond, Perron, Kopp, Finney, Falk on the power play unit now. That shot was taken wide behind the net. Blue line keeper. Raymond in the near circle. His pass deflected by Dobson behind the net. Raymond gets it back to the point at the blue line. Raymond again, near circle, behind the back pass. Down low for Raymond, near circle. That's the power play. Shot, save, scramble. Dobish dives. And I believe he froze it, and we've got more fisticuffs brewing as Kopp is underneath the pile. Somebody lost a helmet. Cats and dogs. Chaos ensues. 10:01 to play in the second. 16-14 now the shots. We'll see what they make of this mess, if anything. Kopp on the rebound twice. Looked like Dobish had frozen it in the crease, but it got away. So you can't blame Kopp for going after it. Just mute this music a little bit. Oh, sorry. Did I say Jacob? It's Jakob Dobish. My bad. That's why I always just say last names. All right, we're just about halfway through the game here. 10:01 to go. Nothing out of that scrum. And we have a face-off in Montreal zone. Detroit just ended their first power play attempt of the game. Face-off. Hudson had it behind the net. He lost it. It sent up the near boards. Pass to the neutralized Suzuki up the near side. Pass to the far circle off the stick of Slavkovsky. Detroit skates it out to the red line and dumps it in. Hudson gets hit along the boards. Suzuki with the puck gets it back. Dobson gets labeled, I think. Oh, maybe it was Carrier. Oh, another hit by the Detroit bench. Pass now sent right out by... Detroit's getting a line change, but they do have the puck in their own zone. Who's out there? That is Bernard Docker and Falk. Bernard Docker with the puck now. Pass to Falk. Pass ahead. Bolduc gets it for Montreal. Now they have it in their own zone. Hudson ahead. Chased by Bolduc in the near corner. Behind the net. battling with let's see. Now taken. Oh, nice takeaway by Detroit. They take it to the red line. Shot from the slot. That was DeBrincat. It was wide or high into the far corner. Now behind the net. Into the near corner. Blue line keeper DeBrincat again. That is wide. And chipped, saucered to the neutral ice. DeBrincat in the near corner. Dobson falls down in the near corner. Texier can't get it out. Now he sends it behind the net. Dobson picks it up. I guess no call. Somehow Kane's stick got taken away. No call, though, on either team. Sider with the puck for Detroit. Long pass ahead, tipped into the near corner. Picked up by Hudson again behind the net. Hudson sends it back. Struble has it now. I keep forgetting that Struble's with Hudson tonight. It's usually they aren't paired together. From my memory, I don't know. Or it happened a while ago. Gibson played it to the far side, and Raymond sends it up. It's right in front of the box. And now finally, Hudson takes it red line and dumps it in. Under 7:15 to play, middle period. Still no score, and shots are 16-15 Montreal. Raymond right up the middle, a shot blocked into the far corner. Pass to Deneau. Deneau has it at the red line, and he dumps it in from the blue line. Gibson looking behind the net, plays it to the near corner, up the near boards. Down the length of the ice. Dobish plays it behind the net to the far boards. Slavkovsky with it. Pass. Hits Gooley. Shot. Big rebound. Picked up. And sent out. So nice save by Gibson. Blocked shot in the far circle. Another shot sent into the near boards. And well, finally in the far circle. Now taken away for Detroit. Up the near boards for Detroit. Kopp sends it behind the net. He gets it. No, taken away. Carrier. And Slavkovsky looking. He'll pass it to Gooley. Long cross ice pass. That must have been tipped into the bench area or the crowd. We get the under 6 media timeout. I think we took the under 10. And we have a commercial break. 2-0 Bruins. 2:21 to play in the second. 1-1 Islanders and Senators. Schaefer, man, that he's amazing. If you haven't seen an Islanders game, Schaefer is worth watching just for him alone. Schaefer's 21st goal. He's a rookie 18-year-old defenseman. Obviously, you probably heard of him if you know hockey because he was the first overall pick, but he was definitely proving his value. Pinto tied it shorthanded, though, for the Senators. 1-1, 3:41 to play in the middle period. Blue Jackets 3, Rangers 2, 5:48 second. Hawks 1, Wild 0, just underway in the second. Ufko, a goal, his second from Shea and Forsberg. Predators lead the Kraken 1-0, so that's good for the Kings. Who am I a fan of? LA Kings first. I'm pulling for the Sabres second and Montreal third. I'll root for the Oilers too. Especially if the Kings don't make it. Yeah, the West is kind of it's more of who I don't want to make. But in the East, as long as Washington and Florida don't make it, that's the big thing. Wings still without Larkin. Yes, Dylan Larkin is out tonight. Scratched. James and Trevor Van Riemsdyk grew up in a town right down the road in New Jersey. Interesting. Connor Clifton. Oh, yeah. And then we had the pile up to the side of the net, but nothing came of it. It wasn't as bad as the previous ones. All right, Montreal shot. Dobson saved and held on by Gibson at 5:34. We got more pushing and shoving, but yeah, nothing major there. 18-14, the shots. So they took one away from Detroit. Oh, are you agreeing with Schaefer? Yeah. Well, wasn't Celebrini number one? Or, I mean, I know Bedard was, but first rookie defenseman to have 20 goals before age 20 since Phil Housley. Wow. That's a name I remember. That's going back. Yeah, wow. Housley was he an Islander? Blanking right now. I think he was more than one team, but Hudson shot blocked into the near corner. Veleno trying to get it. Gallagher trying to get it behind the net. Raymond picks it up. Detroit does not get it out. They send it to Gallagher. Deneau behind the net. Stops, comes behind the net again. And sent one off the side of the net with the forehand shot from the left side. Kept in by Hudson. Under 5 to play. Under 450. Do we have a call coming up? Apparently not. Play on. 4:40 to go. Second period. Still no score. Hudson has it at his own blue line. Pass to Bolduc. He carries it into the O-zone. His pass gets deflected and sent down the length of the ice. This is Detroit icing at 4:24. Huh. Oh, okay. Well, they've had no trouble with Edmonton. Edmonton's had no trouble with the Kings in the playoffs. Well, I think Celebrini's been the better player. Has shown this year, at least. Bedard still good, but all right. Bedard has no team around him either, though. Shot blocked in the slot and sent out. But yeah, as far as defensemen, he's just a generational. Schaefer's a generational talent. And obviously McDavid's better than pretty much everybody right now. It has been for a while. All right, finally picked up by Montreal, sent ahead into the near board. Suzuki's going to have to wait as they tag up. Back to the neutral ice, sent up the middle. It's taken behind the Detroit net. Looked like a hit, though. Picked up by Bolduc. He's trying to get it to Texier. Kane has it now. Battling with Gooley. Gooley trying to keep it in. Evans sends it into the near corner. Behind the net, Bolduc into the far corner. And sent around, but not out. Texier keeps it in. Now Kane tries to get it out. Carrier keeps it in. It's in to the near corner. It's just going around and around. Evans with the puck. Blue line. Shot. Where did it go? Into the near boards. Evans. Texier. Far side. Return pass. Carrier. And to the side of the net. A shot. Was it saved or was it off the side? And still kept in. Man, this is a long possession by the Habs. Some of the some of the Wings have been out there 2 minutes. And we finally get a penalty called at 2:28. It's going to be on Sider, meaning the Habs head to the power play. And we may... Do we still get a media timeout? Where was this Sider penalty? I don't know. I didn't see it. Must have been right there in front of the crease. So 2:28 to play. Sider's sent off for holding the stick. And Montreal 0 for 1 on the power play. Detroit 0 for 2. Yeah, I just like... I've always liked the Montreal uni, especially the red. But I'm just pulling for the Canadian teams. But I like the Kings because I was doing live, statistical reporting, play-by-play. For, a couple jobs ago. And I did a lot of Kings games at night. I liked their announcer, their play-by-play guy, who has since retired. And I just liked Kopitar, Doughty, and Quick, and they had Carter, they had Pearson, they had Toffoli. I liked that team. And so for Kopitar's last year, and since I don't get to see the Hawks, and the Hawks stink anyways, I wanted to root for the Kings, but it looks like they may pull up short of the playoffs. Sabre, okay. Toronto 1 game. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking... I should have remembered Blues, or maybe Jets. But yeah, I kind of forgot he was on the Hawks. Goes to overtime. Yeah. Oh no, believe me, I don't like 9:30 start Central. Those are brutal. Those are just too late for me. I don't like being up still doing hockey at 12:15 in the mornings. That's why I try to stick to 9 o'clock games. All right, Montreal 0 for 1 on the power play, 2 shots. Suzuki down low, pass to the slot to Slafkovsky. He scored! Or was it tipped in at 2:15? Montreal gets the first goal of the game and takes the 1-0 lead. They cash in on the power play. Power play over. Big rebound. Yeah, I think Slafkovsky got it. Oh, that hit the post. Wait, did that go in? Oh, it hit the post, came down and hit Gibson in the skate and then trickled in. Oh, tremendous break for Montreal. Oh, wow. Slafkovsky's 25th from Caulfield and Suzuki on the power play. Yeah, it hit the crossbar, came straight down. I think it ticked off of one of Gibson's skates and went into the net. 22-14. We got another hit in the near boards. Gallagher tried to send it. Deneau sends it. That's tipped into the netting above the glass at 1:42 for a whistle. Like, why couldn't they have just put the... Oh. Well, St. Louis, Minnesota, and Winnipeg are all Central Time Zone. Colorado is Mountain. But Vegas and the California teams would be Pacific. And like Vancouver is Pacific. Oh, slipped down, sent to the far corner. I think it's off. Yeah, it's offsides. The puck came out before the dump in. Yeah, a brutal hit into the boards. Yeah, I know. I get it. You know, they went so generic with those interference calls. Like everything is interference. But yeah, I didn't even get to see it. I wasn't really watching for it, so I didn't see it. Caulfield to the near circle, takes it behind the net. Now far circle. All the way to the near circle again. He did a complete 360 around the net. All right, but Detroit going the other way. 1:10 to play in the middle period. By the Detroit bench. Sent up. Picked up now by Sider. Now it's to the far side for Bernard Docker. And sent in. Chased into the near corner. Suzuki got hit. The hitter fell down too. No, he's injured too. Appleton. Suzuki's checking if he's all right, but you know, he didn't. He's the one that hit Suzuki, and then he was the worse for the wear on the hit. 42 seconds to go in the second. Trainer is out and slowly skating, not putting much weight on the left leg. Yeah, Suzuki landed awkwardly on it. Actually, Appleton got hurt. Maybe he didn't make the hit. I think it was his teammate. They both, Sider kind of crunched him into Appleton, and yep, Suzuki fell on Appleton's left leg, and he is walking really slow. Now he takes a break. He hasn't made it to the locker room yet. Ugh, hopefully he's all right. 42 seconds to go in the middle period. Blue line dump in by Montreal. Bolduc trying to dig it out. Taken behind the net. Sent around to the near corner and up the ice by Detroit. Near circle shot by DeBrincat. Saved by Dobish. Ooh, Matheson got knocked down by DeBrincat in the corner. Matheson has it. 10 seconds up ahead to the red line. I think Detroit will just ice it. Or, I'm sorry, kill the time. There's a dump in. That's the end of the second period. 1-0 in favor of the road team, the Canadiens. Hopefully Appleton's all right for Detroit. All right, we'll get the goal visualizer in a second. Let me try to catch up on the chat real quick too. Oh, okay, thanks, Connor. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. The blue 1-0 Montreal. Yep, 25 goals for Slafkovsky. Slavinator. Yep, he's good. Yeah, Nick was checking on him right away. There was nothing Nick could do. He just fell on... why did I forget the guy's name? My gosh, my brain. Appleton. Jeez Louise. It was hard. It was like Appleton and Sider on a hit, and just Suzuki went down in a heap, and he fell on Appleton's leg in the process. I mean, nothing he could do. Yeah, the MCL or meniscus or whatever. Yep. Yeah, 12 weeks. I know, it's brutal. So 3 solid months of rehab. That really blows. That should have been more than 5. They gotta do something. You can't be a repeat offender and be allowed to have a phone-in interview and only receive 5 games. I mean, they got to get rid of these hits. Knee on knee, deliberate intent to injure has got to mean something more than frickin' 5 games. And I know you can't legislate based on the injury, but the intent is there. They got to legislate that kind of garbage out of the game. You can't have your stars. Even if the Maple Leafs don't make the playoffs, which probably isn't going to happen, you still can't have your star injured like that. It could have been a lot worse. You know, he could have had a lot worse of a tear. But, all right, that's enough. I hate the Ducks, but I hate hits like that. I don't care what team made it. I wouldn't be happy if anybody on the Kings, the Sabres, or Canadiens, or any, Blackhawks, or anybody made a hit like that. Divisions that are in the same time zone. Yeah, but I don't think that's possible for the same time zone. Heck, Toronto and Detroit were in the Western Conference like as recently as 30 years ago. Slick Nick. Oh, thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. Yeah, but why? But the inconsistency on... I guess that's my point mainly, is the inconsistency on the number of games. And I'm sorry, you cannot have a phone-in interview. That's got to be head to the league offices for an in-person interview. That's the main thing. I just don't think the discipline, the punishment isn't enough to fit the, for lack of a better term, the crime. All right, let me get the visual. No, they don't have the visualizer. They've been really slow. I could check another browser maybe. All right, let's go through the scores. 3-0 Bruins. Arvidsson's 19th over the Jets in Boston, second intermission. Islanders, Senators 1-1, second intermission. Jackets 4, Rangers 2, second intermission in Columbus. Rangers start the third, though, with a power play. Halfway through the game in St. Paul, Minnesota, 9:59 to go in the second. Hawks still up 1-0. First intermission in Nashville. Kraken and tied it up 1-1 with the Predators. Gaudreau, his fifth from Stevenson and Kako. Come on, Predators. Panthers, Oilers in about 15 or so minutes. Lightning, Canucks, Mammoth, Golden Knights in a little, an hour and 15 minutes. We will have Sabres, Sharks for you. Mammoth, Golden Knights on Hulu if you have that available to you. Same with the Blackhawks and Wild, which I didn't realize those don't get blacked out just because they're Blackhawks games, but I prefer to do a 6-9 doubleheader over anything. Anyway, that's what I thought. 10 games I thought to start. Fines, I don't know. I have no background knowledge to base it upon. I can't talk. Alrighty. I hope you're enjoying the live stream. If you haven't already, please hit the like button on the video. Consider hitting that subscribe button to the channel as well. Doing one or both does help with getting the channel recommended to other potential viewers, which will help me also grow the channel, and I thank you all for your support. Also, if you already have a Twitch account, please follow Sinbin Stream there as well, and I appreciate your support. It's all free. We have ads on YouTube, but I try to hit the delay ad button while the game is actually going on. Sometimes I do miss, especially at the start of the game. And on Twitch, as of now, it's ad-free, plus it's much faster. I'd say it's a 4-second delay from when I say it to when it's heard on Twitch, and then YouTube's at least an additional 14, so that's already an 18-second delay. So, All right, vote in the poll in the chat. Who do you think's going to win? We have 27 votes, 59% Montreal, 41% Detroit. All right, believe we're caught up on the scoreboard. We'll just leave the Hawks game. That's the only one in progress. Let's check in on college basketball. Michigan 70, Howard 59, 13:25 to go in the second. That's a 1 versus 16 matchup. North Carolina 75, Virginia Commonwealth or VCU 73, 29 seconds to go. That one's on TNT. Michigan on CBS. TBS has Texas 50, BYU 44, 16:32 to go in the second. True TV has Texas A&M 44, St. Mary's 29. Those are the 4 in progress. Penn against Illinois, TNT. St. Louis, Georgia, CBS. Kennesaw State, Gonzaga, TBS, and Idaho, Houston, last game of the night on True TV. All right, tomorrow I will be doing the 10-7 game off of CBS. Santa Clara versus Kentucky at 11:15. We will have Devils, Capitals, and Ducks, Mammoth as well. Saturday, triple header in hockey, 3, 6, and 9. Sabres, Kings, Islanders, Canadiens, and finally Lightning, Oilers. Should be a great day of hockey. Sunday, there's an 11 o'clock game I'm skipping after 3 straight triple headers. Going to rest the voice. Canes, Penguins rematch from earlier in the week. 2 o'clock. And Sabres, Ducks at 7. The Ducks playing like Sunday night games a lot, even on the road. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was. Yeah, on one hand, I understand that you'd like to see the Leafs react. And I think they did later when somebody else got a hit. The only defense I've heard of that is you're afraid to get an instigator penalty, and then put your team down a man. I mean, maybe that's not a good enough, maybe it's like, so what if you're down a man for 2 minutes, for just 2 minutes for the instigator? But I mean, it is something to think about. But yeah, I still think I agree. You'd like to see the response. Somebody's got to know their role to go and take Gudis out and not let him leave the ice in one piece, so to speak. All right. You know what? I do need to take a break, but I'm just going to update this schedule real quick, I think. Oh, VCU tied it. It's 75 all with 3 seconds to go. Wow. All right, so now we're talking about you already know the late game Sabres, Sharks, March 20th through the 24th. Start moving these games up. Yeah, Monday, I don't know the women's schedule yet. There's really nothing else going on that night. Again, I won't have hockey 2 out of 5 nights next week, Monday and Friday. 1 because of NHL Network. That's it on Monday, 1 game. Friday, 2 because of, again, NHL Network, and the other reason because local blackout for the Blackhawks. So that's why I have no game. Could look for college hockey. I can't remember their schedule, but probably just going to be college basketball of some sort. All right, let's take a look. Tuesday. Oh, looks like Canes Canadiens that night. Leafs, Bruins, Senators, Red Wings, Kraken, Panthers. Don't get Hawks, Islanders, Blue Jackets, Flyers. Ooh, Avs, Penguins. Man, the Penguins just beat the Avs. I think we'll stick with what works though. I think we'll go Montreal. Hurricanes, Canadiens. Although, man, Canes games don't do that well. There we go. Why did the heat come on and then shut off? It's weird. Oh, good gosh. Do I bother to do that 9 o'clock game? Ducks, Canucks. I guess. No, we're going to do Oilers, Mammoth. Oh, no, ESPN Plus and Hulu. Oh, and they're not going to. Wait, they do have an earlier game. Yeah. I think I'm going to do Oilers, Mammoth. We'll put 8:45. I really don't want to do Ducks, Canucks. I think we're doing. Hopefully we're there on time. Oilers, Mammoth, 8:45 p. I can't do Canucks. I'm kind of tired of doing Ducks too. Mammoth are kind of boring. So are the Kraken. All right, we'll do that. Oilers, Mammoth. Hulu, ESPN Hulu should, in theory, I would hope hold it for their doubleheader. Oh, they have Wild Lightning, but no doubleheader? That's weird. For TNT? True TV, HBO Max? Interesting. All right, well, if not, if we may have to do Ducks, Canucks. Kings play the Flames at 8. All right, well, that's it. That's all I wanted to see. End of regulation. VCU and North Carolina headed to overtime. Wow. Dylan Larkin took part in morning skate earlier today. He's missed 6 games with a lower body injury, and that's your update on Detroit. I'll be right back. I'm going to skip the music. I'll be right back. Thanks, everybody. All right, we are back. I don't think I've gotten out of... Let me get out of the game and back in, though. Make sure we're not behind. 2-1 Hawks. Boy. Couple of goals there. All right, why did this game get shuffled over to the right? We'll stay on the Wings coverage. I may not be able to do that Buffalo Kings game. Yeah, I think we were behind. All right, we're underway. Try to get caught up here. Montreal in white going left to right. They're behind their own net. Red Wings in red going right to left. They keep it in at the blue line. I thought I hit the start on the thing, and we've got an icing on Montreal. Whistle at 19:26. Just found out my son might have a baseball game Saturday, so... But most likely, the game is at 9:30. So hopefully it'll be all right. So hopefully be back in time. If it's 1:30, I would definitely be late. I think the games take a while. I'm thinking 2 hours. Not an hour like basketball game. All right, face off in the near circle. All right, stop giving me these warnings. I know I had the mic muted. We're good. All right. Hudson sends it off the far board. Struble sends it up. Hudson sends it again. Montreal off the near boards. Taken to the blue line. Texier pass. Hudson down to the near circle. Struble towards the net. Rebound picked up. And who brought it out? Sent up the near boards. Cross ice pass from Perrin. Or Perron. Forgot already. Perron. And now finally going the other way. Evans. Saucer pass. Dump in to the far corner. Behind the net. If you need me to define saucer pass or a chip, just let me know in the comments. Taken a nice spin move and a backhander by Detroit from the far circle to the far boards. And sent out by Montreal. Detroit behind their own net. Looked like, sorry, didn't mean to bump the mic. Looks like Montreal was getting a line change. And it is taken away and dumped in. All right, other way. The camera caught up. Sent wide by Newhook. Going the other way is Detroit. DeBrincat, a drop pass to the blue line. And sent towards the net. Oh, and tipped in by Detroit. We have a tie game. Did not see what happened there. I believe it might have been Kane who tipped it in at 17:46. Or, I don't know. Looks like it was Comfer. Is it an FPH? Comfer? Kane on the shot and deflection. Oh, it hit Dobish's blocker and went in off the body of Comfer. He made the save, and it just like hit the back of the leg of Comfer and went in. Do we have interference, though? Dobish couldn't make the... He kind of ran into Comfer with his skate, but probably not worth challenging, and probably would just... It'd be because he made contact with the... Yeah, Perron. I know, I've trying to remember. All right. That was Kopp who sent it. Now it's out of the zone finally for Detroit. Picked up by Montreal. New game here, 1-1. Under 17.5 to play. Dobson with the puck, looking. Sends it to the far side. Deneau, a pass off the far boards. It goes behind the Detroit net. No, that is not the right. What is going on with this shirt? I cannot straighten it. Oh, well. It's like trying to. All right. Detroit cop with the shot into the far corner was wide. Montreal behind their own net, up the near boards. Dobson at the red line dumps it in. It's in the far corner. Sent up, but not out. Taken back behind the net for Detroit. And another dump in by Montreal. Suzuki tried to center it. It got away from, or did not get to Caulfield. Raymond has it for Detroit. Pass and taken up the left wing by Edvinson. Sent towards the net. Frozen puck. And pushing and shoving. We got players knocked down for both teams. Punches being thrown. Sider mixing it up. He's trying to punch. His helmet comes off. Linesmen are trying to split him and I can't see. Raymond has Hudson by the throat. And I can't tell who that is. Oh, Struble. Struble is in the middle of it for Montreal, one of their bigger players. Something happened after Dobish froze it. Yeah, Hudson knocked somebody down, and then I don't know if Caulfield tripped or got knocked down, and Sider was getting into it with Struble. That was the main fracas. And it looked like, yeah, Struble was kind of like, what the heck? I think Caulfield tripped over somebody. It looked like Raymond took a dive. Either that or he was knocked unconscious for a split second. What are the calls here? Roughing each, Struble and Sider. Okay, yeah, I figured there wouldn't be anything more than that. So we'll have 4-on-4. Yeah, DeBrincat is playing. For Larkin's the one that's injured. DeBrincat's been involved. Anderson's out for Montreal. Face off in the 4-on-4. Caulfield with it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Dobson. Jeez Louise. Suzuki drop pass. Far circle for Hudson. Under 16 to play in the third period. Towards the net and into the far circle. And now into the far corner. Dobson chasing. Sorry, I got to update the shots. Now it's 24-19. All right, skated out of their own zone, and Edvinson passes across the ice. They take it back again. Kopp with the puck. Kopp just got tripped. I don't know. Looked like Montreal might have gotten away with it there. Near circle to the blue line. Raymond has it towards the net. Shot saved into the netting above the glass. A whistle at 15:08. Let me catch up in the chat. Yeah, Perron. No, I was sorry. It was deflected in. Sorry, it was comp from Kane and DeBrincat. I got it. Ooh, Bruins 4-1. Ugh. Over the Jets. Well, nobody expected the Jets to help. Oh, Tays got a goal though to make it 4-1. Yeah, DeBrincat's playing. Face off in the near circle. Kane right up into the slot. Now he centers it. Shot from the top of the far circle, or actually in the slot. Going the other way, Montreal. I don't think that was on target. It must have been blocked. Into the near boards. Now it's taken behind the net by Detroit. Far circle pass to the neutral ice. Kane takes it back into the near corner behind the Detroit net. Now the defensemen have it. Pass ahead off the far boards. Chased. They avoid the icing. Trying to pick it up. But Carrier has it for Montreal. Skated up by Suzuki right up the middle to the near boards. And he takes it behind the net to the far circle. Centered, wide open. Carrier shot high. Off the glass behind the net. Pass gets away. Kept in by Bolduc. Caulfield shot. Blocker save by Gibson. And it's in the near corner. Blue line keeper Dobson shot wide. Evans sends it behind the net. Caulfield gets blown up. And behind the net is Johansson. Sends it down the length of the ice for icing on Detroit. Pardon my whistle. At 13:29. Sens are leading the Isles. Thanks, Caleb. Oh, now it's 2-2. Tied. I'm sorry. Sens tied Isles. Warren Fogle, the former LA King, I believe. 2-2. Do I think Yzerman had 40 goals? I would think so, but I guess he was more known for assists. But shattered the stick on a dump in. That was DeBrincat. Holy cow. Just inside the red line. Into the far corner now for Montreal. Bolduc centered. Blue line keeper. Shot. Deflected behind the net. Wraparound. Frozen puck. Evans on the wraparound. Whistle at 13:05. That should be the under 14 media timeout. If they have it, we'll get you the... what the heck? They don't have... You know what? Let me check a different browser. They haven't had the goal visualizers tonight. I don't know what's going on. Let me check a different browser. I've had trouble with Chrome lately for some reason. Stuff has not been displaying properly on Chrome lately. Nope. I just checked Brave. It's not there either. So for some reason, goal visualizers aren't working on this game. Yeah, so what happened on that one, Kane sent it in from the blue line, like by the bench area, and it came to the side of the net. Dobish made the blocker save, and then it went in off the back of Comfer into, off his leg or back and into the net. Kane and DeBrincat on the assist. Started a season run with the Sabres in 96 for Sega. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I played so much NHL 96 on the Sega Genesis. I used to, track the transactions and try to get the rosters correct, too. It was crazy. Hossa had it. 08-09 when he had 40, and then he was on the Hawks. Then he retired. Yzerman, okay. Oh, he did. Okay, gotcha. Right. Yeah, he was insane. Gotcha. Lakers in Miami for their one meeting with the Heat. Oh, yeah. West versus East. Gotcha. All right, we are back from commercial. Faceoff will be in the Detroit defensive zone in the far circle. So we get a look at DeBrincat spitting from the bench. All right, actually, Dano won the draw. Oh, man, Gibson nearly knocked the goal off the pegs himself and sent up the near boards for Detroit. Gallagher dumps it in, though, for Montreal. Sent around by Detroit. Kept in the far boards for Montreal. Got away, and Hudson has it. He passes. It's taken away. Detroit has it in the far circle. Now a turnover, and Deneau sends it. That pass is stolen. DeBrincat has it. He sends it into the near corner and hits Hudson. Veleno trying to get it. They both have it pinned against the boards. Comfer gets hit by Struble. Sent to the blue line and out, and somebody could not get to it. That was Gallagher. Detroit, I think, getting a line change. Maybe Montreal as well. All right, nobody changing at the moment, though. Now Montreal got to change. Kane has it near boards. Centering pass, backhander sent off the side of the net for Detroit. Kept in, taken behind the net. We got 11:45 to play. Kane, a pass, blue. Nope, right up the middle. Sent. Must have been saved. Casper was the wing in the slot with it. Blue line keeper. That one doesn't get through. Into the far boards. Another slapper from the blue line. Another blocked shot. Shots are 25-19 Montreal. Saucer pass to the neutral ice, and Sherratt sent it, and now the Wings got to tag up. Kopp sends it back to Sherratt. They were offsides. Now sent to the right wing. And that one was whistled for offsides. Just out of sync there a little bit. 10:57 to play in the third. Yeah, I mean, you should beat the Jets. The Jets are pretty bad. I know the Canucks are worse, but the Jets have had a rough year too. Face off. And Dobson has it for Montreal. Sent in. Gibson behind his own net with the puck. He sends it up the far boards. Montreal has it in the far corner. Towards the far circle. That shot was wide. Held in by Dobson at the blue line. Cross ice pass. Another shot. Saved. And taken out by Detroit. And a dump in. Played around to the far boards. Sent behind the Montreal net. Blue line keeper. Sent towards the net. Far circle. Behind the net again for Kopp. Kopp to the blue line. A long shot. Saved. And Demidov sends it down the length of the ice. Picked up in the far corner by Johansson. Pass to the near boards and a dump in for the Wings from the red line. And Dolbich sent it to the near corner. Centering pass tipped, I think, by Van Riemsdyk. Montreal to the neutral zone. Under 10 to play in the third. Still 1-1. All right, trying to dig it out. Texier got it to the blue line. Turnover, though. Wings getting a line change. It's in the far circle. Pass to Bolduc for Montreal. To Hudson in the near boards. He skates it to the red. Into the O-zone. Hudson dumps it into the far corner. And it's sent up by Edvinsson. Neutral ice. Montreal. Bolduc passes back to his own defenseman. Montreal getting a change. All right. Sent up by Gooley into the far corner. Ooh, may have been a trip on Montreal. No call. Pass to the red line. Into the near circle. Shot of Johansson was blocked. Or no, I'm sorry, Edvinsson. Into the far boards. Kept in by... No, they took it down. Blast from the blue line, save, big rebound, and Carrier was there for Montreal. He sends it up the far board. This will not be far enough for icing. Picked up by Sider. Sider up the middle, over the red, a dump in from the blue, knocked down by Dobson, and sent up to neutral ice. Picked up by Casper, and Detroit in their own zone. Sent up the near boards. Sent around behind the net. Matheson up the far boards. At the red line. Sent to Dobson and into the far corner. Gallagher with the puck. Centering. Dobson with the shot wide into the far corner. Another shot. This time saved and held on by Gibson at 7:39. Oh, yeah, that was a good tip by Van Riemsdyk and a nice save by Dobish. And Evans was there for the rebound. We have the under 10 media timeout, so we'll still have another one at under 4. 7:39 to play in the third. 20, I got to update the shots. 27 for Montreal, 23 for Detroit. We've got Comfer's goal visualizer, and we never got Slavkovsky's. So, yeah. They'll send it to Kane. He'll send a blue line shot. Dobish makes the save, and it hits off of Comfer and goes in. Off of number 37. And as mentioned in the comments, Bruins 4, Jets 1, 4:37 to play. Islanders 7. Islanders, Senators tied at 2 with 1:19 to play. Blue Jackets 5, Rangers 3, 9:32 to go. Hawks take a 2-1 lead. They're at the second intermission. Bedard's 28th made it 2-0, but 4 minutes exactly later, Nico Sturm made it 2-1 from Haight and Faber. Predators 2, Kraken 1, 7:53. No, 7:40 to play in the second. Ryan O'Reilly's 23rd. Panthers 1, Oilers 0. Boo. Reinert from Benning. Ugh. Come on, Oilers. They just can't play defense. No shortage of offense, but zero defense. Even with Murph there from Chicago. 3 of them with reaching at 50, then 2 reaching at least 60. Yeah, I knew it. Wait, again? It's 4-1. Oh, no, Taze had the last goal. Maybe they waved it off. Taze broke the shutout. Sorry, I know I was way behind on comments. I apologize. All right, behind the net, sent up by Detroit. Montreal at the neutral zone sends it right back in, but yeah, there's no icing. I don't know what Gibson thought. Sent up the near boards, and this is icing against Detroit at 7:22. Don't know why they don't have the Slavkovsky visualizer. They must have just had technical issues and don't have it. All right, face off in Detroit's defensive zone. Face off in the near circle. Sent behind the Red Wing net. Up to the neutral ice and a backhander into the near circle. Hudson sends it up, takes a hit. Caulfield passes. Dobson carries it in. Suzuki sends it to the far corner, whiffed on a tough angle shot. That one was shot from the far circle. A good save, and Gibson dives and gets the freeze of the puck. Slavkovsky from the far circle. 1-1. Tight game here. Both teams, desperately need wins. But you can't play back so much and then just to get that one in for overtime and blow a chance to get a win without giving up a one to the other team too. You know, sent behind the net in the near corner. Detroit sends it to the far side. Long pass ahead. Taken in, I think, to Brinkett. Yeah, shot blocked by Dobson. Frozen puck by... And we got pushing and shoving. DeBrinket punching Dobson. I don't think Dobson retaliated unless... I don't know. We're going to have to see. 5-2 the scoring chances, Detroit. I think DeBrinket's being sent off. Dobson may have instigated. I didn't see if his stick made contact or not. Something happened behind the net. Dobson was just trying to hold him off. I guess no calls. Looked like DeBrinket was allowed to punch away, though. 28-23 shots on goal. 6:42 to play. 1-1. Evans to take the face-off. I believe Comfer. Nope, they sent. Yeah, he was. They sent it around. Now it's out. Kapanen dumps it in and chases. It's behind Detroit's net into the near boards and brought out. And DeBrinket chases Bolduc, gives him a hit behind the Montreal net. Right in front of the Montreal bench, a pass to the red line and a dump in by Carrier. It's in the far corner. And behind Detroit's net into the near circle, near boards, and out. Taken up. Comfer looking. Somebody went down in a heap. We'll see if anything happens. It was 92 on Detroit. A shot, a rebound, another save by Dobish, and they're getting into it again. It's Casper. Casper got dumped. I didn't see like if it was a clean hit or not. Bolduc, I think, may have blocked it, but there was at least one save and hang on by Dobish. Casper came to the crease after, the whistle. Evans tried to hold him off. It's just getting ugly out there. At 5:51, that is the last media timeout for under 6. Oh, Bruins are up 6-1. Okay, they took forever, so apologies. Starstrider was right. It was 5-1. They just didn't put the goal up for forever. Fraser Minton, 15-22. Yeah, they didn't. They had that Taze goal and nothing. They didn't put anything up. So Minton at 15:52, and that game went final. 6-1, Bruins win. I think. Jeez Louise. Espero had the 6th goal from Geeky. All right, so I think you were right. NHL.com was slow to update. Senators up 3-2 on the Islanders. Brady Tkachuk's 19th. 2 seconds to go, apparently. Blue Jackets 5, Rangers 3. Blackhawks just about set to get underway in the third. 2-1 over the Wild. Preds 2, Kraken 1, 2:22 in the second. Panthers 1-0 on the Oilers, 3:54 in the first. And this game has gotten very, very chippy. No penalties, though, from these last few fracases. Fisticuffs, what have you. Don't know if we've gotten any sort of update on Appleton or not for Detroit. Face off in the near circle in in the Montreal zone. Oh boy, come on. Let's go. I don't know what's taking so long. We've just been looking at Dobish for forever. Cop against Suzuki. Cop 6 for 15. Suzuki 11 of 19. Face off. Suzuki wins it. Dobson sends it up and out. Slavkovsky pass to the red line and a dump in by Caulfield to the near corner. Behind the net. Wings get it out in front of their bench. Taken away at the red line. Slavkovsky's pass taken away by Kopp. Kopp up the middle to the far circle. Shot. Save. Big rebound. Tipped into the far boards. Caulfield sends it up. Suzuki sends it to the neutral ice. Detroit has it. They're trying to get a line change. Kopp has it, and he loses it. Montreal the other way. Pass gets away, though, and it's picked up again by Detroit. Perron sends it up. Hudson to the far circle. Sent up by... He's out there with Gooley now. Okay, they switched up the defensive pairings. Into the far corner. Near side. Hudson loses it. Takes it to the near boards. Hudson stops on a dime and takes it from the far near circle. Somebody fell down in the slot for Montreal. Detroit going the other way. And Raymond, may have been held or obstructed. No call. Texier with a spin, but keeps it in the near circle. And to the far circle. Somebody just lost a stick. Pass gets away. Shot, I think, by Bolduc. It's in the near boards. Hudson towards the net. Save. A backhander saved again. Scramble in the crease. Texier in the far boards. In the slot. Evans shot blocked into the near boards. So many chances for Montreal here. Cannot cash in. Texier behind the net. Blue line keeper. Evans to the near circle. Shot. Somebody lost a stick. Freeze of the puck. More pushing and shoving. Texier and I couldn't see who. It's already broken up. 3:38 to go in the third. Shots are 28-25. Come on. Montreal had to have picked up some shots here. They weren't all blocked. I kind of find that hard to believe. Hey, Ronald, how are you doing? I'm doing well, thanks. Hope you're doing well. Oh, my gosh. That should have been a goal. It went off of Evans' stick, kind of funny because it was a backhand. And, 6-1 Bruins over the Jets. Evans should have scored. He had a half-open net. It went off the backhand of the stick and hit Gibson in the side. He had half the net open and couldn't put it in. Unbelievable. Towards the net, a backhander. Turnover by the Habs, and Detroit pounces on it in the far circle and gets the goal. It's 2-1. 3:25 to play. DeBrincat's 34th. Oh, man. I think somebody turned it over in the far circle. And with just DeBrincat and the one Montreal player. It got by Dobson. It rolled on edge. Yeah, Matheson coughed up the puck. And he hung out Dobish to dry. And DeBrincat just went forehand, faked, and then went backhand and beat Dobish blocker side high. Really nothing Dobish could do. That bad turnover by Matheson. If he doesn't whiff on the puck, that's not a goal. Sent towards Gibson, and he saves it at 3:18. Matheson just, I don't know. It went off his stick funny, and then he immediately fell down trying to change direction. But, Dobson could have kept it in, too. He had a shot at it. Wasn't even that high. He just beat him wide around the blocker. Or around the stick, I should say. Well, fewest games to 100 goals. DeBrincat 233 for the career. Gibson held it. They waived it. Yeah, he tried to play it. 309. Mickey Redmond, 175 games. Frank Mahovlich, 178. Ray Shepard, 191. Brendan Shanahan, 224. Peter Klima, there's a name, 231. DeBrincat and Sergei Fedorov took 233 games to get to their 100th. Wow, that's some Detroit legends on that list. I forgot about Peter Klima. Taken up ahead, 2-on-2, shot wide into the near boards. Under 3 to play. Trouble for the Habs on the road here. Slafkovsky, just no offense tonight. Far circle, shot wide into the near boards. Kept in. Dobson sends it around to the far corner. And Slafkovsky has it again. 2:35 to play. Towards the crease. Loose puck. Sent out by Detroit. Under 2.5 to play. Near boards. Tipped in. Behind the net. Detroit sends it out. And down the length of the ice. No icing. Matheson picks it up. Matheson somebody dumped it in to the far corner. Into the near circle. Texier behind the net. Texier lost it, and it's sent down by Detroit. Come on, this has got to be icing. They cannot wave this one off. 1:52 to play, icing on Detroit. Oh, boy. Let's go. Thanks, Montreal. Go Bruins. Let's go Red Wings. Yep. Yeah, normally I don't have a trouble with anybody in the East. Just don't want Washington. Oh, they pulled Dobish. I just don't want Washington to squeak in there. I think we're good. I don't think Florida's going to make it. Pass to the far circle. Shot wide into the far corner. Out to neutral ice. Up by the Montreal bench. Hudson has it. 1:40 to play. 32-27 on the shots. Dumped in, near corner. Caulfield sends it behind the net. Demidov digs it out. It's back to the blue line. Dobson cross ice. Far circle, shot, deflected into the near circle. Picked up by Perron and sent down, and this will be icing, but they got it. 108. They didn't call icing? What? How is that not icing? Under a minute to play. What? I can't guess anymore. I never know. Now that one's icing. And that one I wasn't. It kind of looked like Montreal almost played that one into icing. I don't get it. 32-27 shots on goal Montreal, but 2-1 Detroit on the late goal by DeBrincat. I believe Montreal may have taken their timeout too. We'll double check on the play-by-play. It's the only place I know to find it. Well, no indication yet. Maybe Detroit called it? I don't know. Somebody must have called a timeout. Comfer, Kopp, DeBrincat, Sider, Edvinson, sorry. On the ice. No indication in the play-by-play, but that was clearly... Okay, it was a Montreal timeout. Jeez Louise. NHL.com is so slow lately. Yep, Ronnie, it's a good game. No argument here. Even if Montreal ends up losing, it's still been a great game. Highly entertaining, at least. Slavkovsky tried to center it. It gets taken away, though, in the slot. DeBrincat pass. And shot blocked. Nice play. It's in the far corner, and Hudson gets it. I think Hudson blocked it. 32 seconds left, though. Montreal's got to get going. They dump it in. It's behind the net into the near corner. And taken away by Detroit. Pass to Kopp at the neutral ice. He's going to get the stuffing goal. With 16.8 to go, that'll do it. 3-1. Likely the final. That was Kopp after missing, 3 games or I don't know how many. 3-1. Just not enough offense for Montreal tonight. Good. I mean, nicely played game by Detroit, and tip of the cap to Gibson for a nice game. He's had 31 saves on the night? That's nothing to sneeze at. I forgot what the term is. Now, was Montreal going to look at this? No. All right, back underway. That'll do it. Just the final seconds ticking off. And Montreal letting the clock waste. 5, 3, 2, 1. That's your final. Montreal falls on the road in Detroit. Red Wings get the dub at home. 3-1 over the Canadiens. So 41% of the 34 votes were correct that Detroit would win. All right, we've got the DeBrincat goal visualizer. We'll go through that now. DeBrincat 93. He's in the slot. The puck got away. You'll see Matheson go get it and immediately turn it over. DeBrincat takes it and beats Dobish backhand blocker side. He just put it around him. So that was your game winner then by DeBrincat. Kopp added the empty netter. 1943. Nice game by Gibson, though. He had 31 saves on the night. This is going to have to be a short wrap-up. We got another game in 15 minutes. I appreciate you being here. Like and subscribe before you head on out. Let's recap the finals. Nothing imminently going final. Blackhawks still up 2-1 on the Wild. 13:31 to go. But the Wild still have 29 seconds and a 5-on-3. Damn it, Panthers are up 2-0 on the Oilers first intermission. Greer's 12th. All right, Bruins 6, Jets 1. Senators 3, Islanders 2. Blue Jackets 6, Rangers 3. Yeah, this stinks for Montreal. Sorry, Dan. Yep, thanks, Ronnie. Appreciate it. 3 seed? Oh, boy. Yeah, bad turnover by Matheson. Not taking anything away from DeBrincat, but it was a really bad turnover by Matheson. Let's go Red Wings, says Robert. Yep, sorry, Dan. All right, I got to get ready for the next one. We will have Sabres Sharks in under 14 minutes. We'll take a look at the standings during that game. Hope to see you in the next one. If not, maybe soon, maybe tomorrow. Sinbin Stream signing out. Wishing you all the best. Have a great Thursday night. Have a great Friday as well. Hope to see you again in the next one, if not soon. Plenty of hockey coming up and college basketball. Until then, take care, be well. Sinbin Stream signing out for now. Bye-bye for now.